In Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power, we have seen 8 different universes coming together and clashing for the survival of the respective universes. And of course, our main universe of Universe 7 is the one caught up in the midst, as everyone keeps jumping in to attack them because they blame them for the predicament. However, among Universe 7, Goku has been seen as the most powerful fighter, not only possessing the ultimate transformation of Super Saiyan Blue, but also Kaioken on top of it. However, one character, Goku's son, has always seemingly been able to rise to the challenge and surpass his father, and that is Gohan. So in this video, we're going to be asking the question of, will Gohan surpass Goku again in the Tournament of Power? Make sure to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications so you can see all of my content right away when it comes out. Okay guys, so we're going to be breaking down that question today, looking at a number of different points as to whether or not Gohan could potentially surpass Goku in the Tournament of Power. And joining me today is someone you've seen on my videos in the past, and his name is...
What's going on, guys? MJ here, and yeah, it's been a while, Mike, but thank you for having me back on the channel.
And of course, MJ has rebranded his channel name to MJxTV, which is very similar to one of my favorite animes, Hunter x Hunter, is it not, MJ?
You're gonna get a lot of hate for that, but yeah, sure.
But anyway, we've seen Gohan throughout the course of Dragon Ball Z and into Super get some pretty big power boosts. You know, of course, there was the recent power boost in which we saw him train with Piccolo for like a few hours and suddenly be able to fight Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but throughout even Dragon Ball Z, Gohan has shown time and time again that not only can his power increase dramatically, but it can also even eclipse his own father. So MJ, what do you think is the possibility of Gohan being able to surpass his father? And if he does so, how do you think that this will actually transpire?
Well, it's nothing new. Now, I know Toei, especially in filler back in Z, the second portion of the Dragon Ball story, added some stuff. So I'm not going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about the original 42 volumes of the manga, what came out of Toriyama, you know, and that was the idea that Gohan surpassed Goku in the Cell arc and surpassed him in the Buu arc. Yes, Goku did achieve the Super Saiyan 3 form and achieved a higher ascension of the Super Saiyan form, but Gohan had all of his power brought forth. He trained on the Kaioshin realm, and when he came back to fight Super Buu, he was indeed stronger than Goku, so he surpassed Goku twice. Now, going off of that, it's nothing new, so if Toei wanted to implement that idea, especially in this arc, because if you've noticed, in Super, Gohan really hasn't been that important, but he's been really hyped up in this arc. Like, he's got his power back, he's stronger than ever before, he's in the prime of his life, he's going up against, like how they would say for big, you know, Roman Reigns, he's in the big fight right now, you know? So basically, he's at the top of his game, and if they were to do it, I would be completely fine with it. I'm a Gohan fan, I know you're a Gohan fan, so I'm pretty sure we would both be fine with it. It's kind of been hinted at, and the only problem I can see with him surpassing Goku, if it's even, like, the only, I guess, issue I see with it is the fact that Goku himself, it's kind of been hinted at the idea or the possibility that he is gonna gain some power as well. He's gonna get something that will push him beyond the limits of Super Saiyan Blue with the Kaioken times 10. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, no spoilers here. I'm just going off the anime. It seems like he's gonna need something more than that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I can see it happening, but is it? It's tough to say, especially with Goku still there, kind of being the main character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and as we've talked about in the past, another problem, of course, is that a lot of the boosts in Dragon Ball Super do seem to be a little bit ridiculous, mostly because of the fact that we have seen Goku and Vegeta undergo godly training, achieve God Ki through, you know, their Super Saiyan God ritual, and then through the Super Saiyan Blue transformation. So if Gohan really can come up to the power of Goku and even surpass him, it does seem a little bit kind of contrived. However, the thing is, like, even since the Saiyan saga, Goku had basically been training his entire life. Same thing with Piccolo, you know, even though Piccolo is reincarnated, but, you know, he was already powerful to begin with.
Yeah.
And Gohan just gets pissed off as a 4-year-old and can actually deal enough damage to Raditz where the two of them can grab him and put an end to that fight.
Yeah, even back then it was a bit contrived. I mean, obviously, as the series went on, we got the explanation for that, but I can just imagine if that episode had happened in this day and age and there was no explanation immediately because we had to wait a week, I bet you people be on Twitter, how could this 4-year-old do this? Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. But again, like I mentioned, as the series progressed, we did get an explanation for that. And I see your point. Super does give off the huge boost, but the way I interpreted 88, you did a video on it, so make sure to go check that out, guys, on Mike's channel. But the way I interpreted 88 was that Gohan kind of just always had that power in him, which is something we've talked about in theory, that this Gohan is older and he's closer to his prime than he was in the Blue arc.
Yeah.
So even though it is a bit you know, like, I don't want to say it was a full ass pull, but it was kind of a bit too rushed in my opinion. I did kind of understand where they were coming from. It was like that stuff where he kind of always had that power in him, and then it kind of came down to a lot of mental training, which you, Kendamu, Geekdom, we've all talked about. Mental training is a big part of physical training. Most of what I assume happened on Kami's Lookout was mental training. You know, that's where we leave off at in the manga with Goku, you know, so I kind of see where they were going with there, kind of just more of like him kind of awakening that himself, and that's how he got to the level he's at now, and of course mental training with Piccolo afterwards. But I see your point. I don't know, it's a bit tough because Gohan has the potential to get there. It's just that question is, would he really get there? You know what I mean? Can he really surpass Goku now in this day and age where it seems like Toei constantly, and Toyotaro as well, constantly puts Goku at the front of the line? You know what I mean? They're constantly
well,
putting
especially
him
in the manga, yeah.
Yeah, especially in the manga. So it really comes down to, would they do it? Would they pull the trigger, you know?
Well, one of the whole things is, too, if we go back to episode 90 of Dragon Ball Super, if you remember, Gohan stated that he was trying to achieve his own ultimate form or ultimate transformation his own way, you know, going down his own path, which was different from Goku's, right before they went about sparring in their one-on-one fight.
Yeah.
So, do you think that's a possibility? Because everyone's talking about how Goku might get a transformation, how Goku's gonna get this transformation, is gonna rise to this huge level where he can win or something, but do you think it's a possibility that maybe not only Goku will get the transformation, but Gohan will get one of his own? Like, maybe Gohan will somehow take this ultimate form or this ultimate state that he has right now in his base and be able to multiply that to an even larger degree, because if he's already at this point where, you know, I believe a super writer implied that Gohan in his eyes might be stronger than 17, and he's already kind of like able to hurt Goku as a Super Saiyan Blue, you know, block some of those punches, even if it's not Goku's full power as a Super Saiyan Blue. A transformation on top of that, I could definitely see it putting him above Goku's Super Saiyan Blue, but how he would attain this transformation, what kind it would be, is, you know, something else completely different.
I mean, it's been hinted at, you know what I mean? The way this arc kind of started, it was kind of like Gohan's, at least the way I viewed it. Again, don't get mad at me, guys, in the comments. It's just the way I have viewed stuff and interpret certain scenes and scenarios. I kind of always viewed this in exhibition was kind of like Gohan's training and kind of like his redemption, I guess, a bit there to kind of get back to what he was. Then, of course, the recruitment portion of this arc was him actually getting there. That's why they focused an entire episode solely to him fighting his dad. And then, of course, we get to the Tournament of Power. We haven't seen much of Gohan currently as of this video's airing in the Tournament of Power, but it just seems like they could go that route. They could give him the ultimate form. They hinted at it with both, you know, him and Goku kind of hinting that they want to reach newer heights. He mentioned the ultimate form that no one's ever seen before. They could definitely go that route. And you are right, whether Goku's at full power or not as a Super Saiyan Blue, we probably won't ever know. But even if Goku was holding back in the Super Saiyan Blue form, if he gets some sort of power up or some sort of form, I could definitely see Gohan actually being stronger than Goku's regular full power Super Saiyan Blue, maybe even stronger than Kaioken times 10. Who knows? Like, we don't know what this ultimate form could be. We don't know what Gohan's actual full power could be, you know, like if he were to actually just let loose and go all out. We don't know what he's aiming for. So I could definitely see that being a possibility, him actually surpassing Goku. It's funny, I had a conversation with one of my friends on Discord the other day. We were talking about how, this is, I guess, a spoiler, guys, if you guys don't want to know, but it's kind of been out for a few weeks already. I believe maybe even going on a month now, is that poster. In fact, I don't even think this is a spoiler. I think this was actually on Dragon Ball Super's official Twitter, so if you follow Dragon Ball Super, you probably saw it. It's the poster of what seems to be Goku, and he's battle damaged. Me and my friend were actually joking around that what if they're trolling us, because companies do this. Mike is familiar with WWE. Companies troll you. So it would be funny is if they like closer to the end of the Tournament of Power, they released the front portion of that image and it's Gohan, not Goku. That would actually be kind of hilarious. I mean, it's been hinted that Gohan could get a higher power up, and me and you have talked off air too about the possibility that what if this arc comes down to Jiren versus Gohan, where Goku can't get the job done and he's eliminated, he's taken out of the tournament, and it comes down to Gohan having to save the day, and that's when we could see this ultimate form. You know, that's when we can see this full power Gohan. You know, I think that would be really badass. It would be very nostalgic. And again, it just comes down to, I know I sound like I'm rambling and repeating myself here, but it just comes down to if Toei, and more importantly Toriyama, if they pull the trigger on this. They've done it before. If they do it here, I think it would be really badass. They can do it. It's been hinted at. This arc has had a lot of Gohan, you know what I mean? So they can definitely do it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I wanted to also say is that this arc really does seem to be Gohan centric, like you were saying before, because when you think about it, we did have that training episode where Gohan, you know, once again unlocks his ultimate mistake. And then we had the fight with Goku, but then after the fight with Goku, they had Gohan be declared the team leader. And while Goku and a lot of these other people are running out and fighting other people on their own, up until this most recent episode, Gohan was kind of hunkering it down with some of the other fighters and trying to, I guess, kind of still be a sort of team leader. And then we see in the next episode preview, it looks like, you know, Gohan is going to step it up and is not really going to show any mercy to his opponents and is maybe going to eliminate a bunch of them even at the same time, you know. So I'm wondering if really a lot of this is going to come down to Gohan. You know, maybe we're going to have another kind of Cell Games ending where Gohan really does, you know, unlock something even greater than before, you know, along with his ultimate power so that he can defeat his opponent. And really, when you think about it, Gohan makes a lot of sense to be the winner too, because a lot of people, you know, think that at the end of the tournament, either the winner is going to wish back the universes that were erased or wish back the people who were erased in those universes, maybe to teleport them to Universe 7 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think Gohan is probably the one who it makes the most sense within his personality to be the one to do that, because unlike a lot of the other fighters who just care about fighting and they don't really care if other people get killed, or they don't really care if, you know, other people are kind of affected by their fighting, with the case of Gohan, he does. He's actually someone who's more like a real human being, so I could see that happening. Now, again, what will actually cause it to happen? Will it be his anger, or will it be a state of mind? Will it just be like Gohan just no longer has those problems where he was drunk on his own power, like in the Cell Saga and in the Buu Saga? He completely moves past that mentally and is able to go to this next evolution, or this next step beyond even what his father has achieved. I'm not too sure. I mean, it could just come down to Gohan winning against a weakened Jiren or another weakened fighter on the team, but I think it would be interesting if we saw multiple transformations from different people, if they're going to go the transformation route, because I've already done videos about transformations as it is, but I think it would be cool.
Yeah, they've done it before, they can definitely do it again. If there was a perfect time, it would be this arc, you know what I mean? It would be the tournament right now with all the strong people that are on the stage, Toppo, Jiren, etc. It's the perfect time.
We all know that Goku is going to fly away with Oob at the end of Dragon Ball Z if they haven't retconned that already, so let's give Gohan a victory before then so that he can ride off into the distance to be with his hot, rich wife and to live in his castle, you know, happily ever after. We'll have to see. But let us know your thoughts down below in the comments section about if you think Gohan will surpass Goku in this arc, if that's something you would like to see, if it's something that maybe you wouldn't like to see, let us know. Check out MJxTV in the description and in the end card, and as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
And you better subscribe!
Go do it now. What are you waiting for? Enable those notifications, wow.